What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and you like DJ related content, hit that subscribe button. It's free and you won't be disappointed. If you remember back a couple of weeks ago, I made a video predicting the Maui 11 G3s and the Maui 28 G3s by LD Systems, and I was right. No, I was not tipped off by LD Systems. I've worked with them in the past for product spotlights and things like that, most recently the ICOAs, but they didn't give me any information leading up to the release. All that they could tell me after I released that video was that I'm a darn good guesser. So, hey, what can I say? You leave me some breadcrumbs, I'm gonna try to figure out what they mean. Probably the most common question on that video in the comment section is, which one should I get? Which one are you gonna get? And I'm gonna tell you which one I plan on getting, and it might surprise some people. The real answer to this question is, what type of events are you doing? Are you doing only weddings? Are you doing only proms? Are you doing a mix match of the two? Are you doing other things like backyard parties and private events, social events, those kinds of things? That'll really dictate on which one that you need to purchase that will fulfill your sound objectives. If you've been watching this channel for the past year, you'll know that I do own the Maui 44 G2s, and that kind of places me in a weird spot onto which small compact column array system to buy. And I'm leaning towards the 11 G3s, believe it or not. Now, I know that might shock a lot of people because it is the lesser of the two when it comes to output, but when you have something like the 44 G2s or even things like the Evox 12, you almost really don't need that middle of the road column array system like an Evolve 50 or in this case, the 28 G3s that has a 12-inch sub. You can get away doing smaller weddings with the 11 G3, and that's kind of the point of this video. Don't sleep on the 11 G3s. I think a lot of people are going to pass them up and not realize their greatness until they've realized, oh wow, I could have saved some money and gotten, you know, somewhat similar results for my sound objectives. So first, let's talk about the differences and the similarities between the Maui 11 G3, the Maui 28 G3, but also some comparisons with the Maui 11 G3s and the Maui 28 G2s, because you might be shocked at how similar those two products are. So with the Maui 11 G3, you're looking at a RMS power rating of 730 watts with a peak power of 1460. It runs around 125 dB for its max SPL, which is actually really good when you think about it. That's the same SPL as the Maui 28 G2s. They're very similar in that aspect. They're also similar in the subwoofer department. Two 8-inch woofers, same as in the Maui 28 G2. The only thing that you're really missing are some mid-range drivers on that bottom column. You're not gonna have those on the 11 G3s, but they are on the Maui 28 G2s. And they also are on the Maui 28 G3s. This is a hard video to film. Now, when looking at the Maui 28 G3s, you are looking at a max power rating of 2060 watts with an RMS of 1030 with a max SPL right around 128 dB, which is actually pretty impressive for a system that small. You have a 12-inch woofer in this one, and you have the extra mid-range drivers that you're not going to get in the 11 G3s. Also, just like with the 11 G2s, the 28 G2s, and the 44 G2s, the 11 G3 and the 28 G3 are offered up in white or black options. So if you have an all-white setup, you can choose the white ones. If you have an all-black setup, or you just don't have a preference as to what the color your speaker is, you can go either direction. I like versatility. I like having options when it comes to the aesthetic. And more than likely, I'm still gonna go with the black ones. I like how the speakers kind of disappear into the darkness once the dance lighting starts. But if you wanna roll with an all-white setup, you can very much do that. Now, both the 11 G3 and the 28 G3 have borrowed some of the design and technology that's in the 44 G2s with the cardioid pattern top column pieces, where there's up to 18 dB of attenuation the rear of the speaker. So most of your sound is going to be projected forward. Also, you can buy these subwoofers separate without the column pieces, so you can add more sub, more bass to your event, and you can even run them in cardioid pattern. I don't know of any other column array system or company that does that other than LD Systems. Even the design of the 11 G3 and the 28 G3, I mean, they look like little babies of the 44 G2. So if you were looking for an all-rounder as far as a column array, I think the 28G3 would be a great way to go. But if you already have a larger column array system like the 44G2 or even the RCF EVOX 12s, I think the 11G3 would be a much more cost-effective and accomplishing system for you to have. It's a lot smaller, it's a lot lighter, it's a lot more portable, and it's still going to give you a nice, warm, vibrant sound that's going to be loud for your weddings and some of your smaller events. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend them for much larger events, but if you're doing a small wedding, 75 to 125 people in a small room, even a medium-sized room, the 11G3s are going to do just fine. Trust me, I used the 28G2s in some scenarios where I probably needed a lot more, but they still got me by. They did a fantastic job. And that's why I'm going to go with the 11G3s. I've already got the 44G2s. The 11G3s are a very, very small, portable, and still big sounding option for some of my smaller outdoor weddings. So moral of the story is, kids, is if you already have a large PA system and you're just looking for something small and compact, yes, the 28G3s are going to be a little bit more versatile as far as the size of events that you can do, but the 11G3s will get you by as well. Don't sleep on the 11G3s. You need to save a little bit of money and have some, some extra money left over for the bags, because the bags are separate. And if you really need a caster board for your 11 or your 28G3s, they do sell those as well. But at 44 pounds and at even like 93 pounds, I don't think you're going to really need a caster board. And that's total weight. That's the whole system put together. That's not just the subwoofer. So I don't think you really need a caster board for that, unless you just have a bad back and it's going to make your life easier. Then go for it. For me, I'll just put these in my rolling booth and just roll them into the event. Which is another reason why I'm really looking forward to having another small, compact column array system for those smaller weddings. But hey, what are you thinking? Maybe you're not even going to look at an LD system speaker, you're looking at something else. I want to know what you're going to choose for 2023 down in the comment section. So please leave a comment. Tell me which ones you plan on buying, even if it isn't the LD Systems products. It's going to be something completely different. I want to know why you chose it. Leave your comments down in the comment section. If you like this video, make sure you smash the like button. If you love this video, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and we'll see you all next time.